So we know we can use present perfect with experiences until now, right? Well, how do we use it with lengths of time? Well, the same applies. In a question which asks how long, if that action still continues now, you use present perfect. If not, past simple. Let me give you an example. Oh, you study English. Cool. How long? She wants to say, I study English 5 years. Still continues now. Remember, still continues now, so present perfect. What's the sentence? Now we have two options here. We could say, I have studied or I have been studying for 5 years. 5 years ago until now, studying English. Still continues, present perfect. Again, we can use two options here, present perfect simple or continuous. We explain the difference between those in the next video. But first, let's look at another example. For example, for 1 month, she studied Italian. She does not study Italian now. It finished and started in the past. So what could she say? Present perfect or past simple? Of course, in this case, she uses past simple because that month happened in the past and it's a finished time. It doesn't continue now. So this is me, Ali, and in my life, my job is a teacher, and I want to say, I'm still a teacher now, the length of time is 9 years, what can I say? Whoa, 9 years is a long time. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Anyway, what's my sentence? Me, teacher, 9 years, still continues now. Easy, right? It still continues now. I have been teaching or I have taught English for 9 years. God damn it, that's so long. And before teaching, my job was in an office for 1 year. How can I say that? Of course, that time has finished. I don't work in an office now, so I worked in an office for 1 year. And your next question, yes, this is in continuous, so we could make this past continuous. I was working in an office for 1 year. That's fine too. Another example. And now comes the part of our story that gets a little bit sad. So this next example is quite sad, but you'll probably remember afterwards. So in this case, the guy has a dog and she wants to know, how long have you had a dog? Compare this with, how long did you have a dog? It's past simple because the dog has gone to puppy heaven. So to compare the two, this one, the dog is still there, he still has the dog, yay! How long have you had a dog? This one, the dog is dead. How long did you have a dog? Past simple because he doesn't have a dog now, it was only in the past. I'm sorry. A super common mistake with this, I see it very often, is with since and for. Let me give you an example. For example, this one. I worked there since 2010 until 2012. Now yes, since gives the reference of time, but it's a reference of time in the past which still continues now. So, if you use since, you must have a present perfect, which means you must have a present perfect situation. So for this it doesn't work, because that's not this year. So for this sentence, don't use since, use from. I worked there from, past date, to or until, past date. Just to remember, since is a past date until now. So let's use my example again. I have been teaching since 2007. I'm still a teacher now, so it's okay to use since. So since gives the time reference in the past, 2007. If I want to give the length of time, I must use for. So the full sentence, I have been teaching since 2007, or I have been teaching for 9 years. That is ridiculous, my God. If a couple are still together, she could say, I've been dating Harry Styles for 1 year. But if they break up, then now they are not together and dating happened in the past. It doesn't continue now. She wants to say this. How can she say it? I dated, or yeah, continuous. I was dating Harry Styles for 1 year. So I hope that all makes sense. For lengths of time, if it still continues, present perfect, simple or continuous. If it's finished, past simple, past continuous. Ready for the next lesson? I am. Click here.